Hi everyone! I'm here. I'm alive. Life sucks. Alright. We are going to talk about Aladdin today. And I've got my brother in the chat over here. And he's going to yell at me if I say something wrong. So, this is going to be fun. Right, Angela? You're going to yell at me if I say anything bad about this movie? Okay, so this movie has a disclaimer. You know nothing. Yes, I know nothing. This movie has a disclaimer. We kind of talked about which movies do and do not. And yeah, this one does. I don't want this movie to actually play. Just want to skip through it. So, also, by the way, I'll talk about how I made up a scene. It does have one now. Yes, it does. I just saw it. Later we'll get, when we get to this movie, I'll talk about how I made up a scene that doesn't exist in this movie. Alright, we start with the song and some credits, and then we get this little guy. This guy. We got this guy. Yeah. And he's gonna tell us our story. So the scene I made up is about this guy. I'll tell y'all later when it becomes more relevant. But he has... So if you guys don't know, this character is also voiced by Robin Williams. And apparently, he has this little joke about like Tupperware and stuff. And apparently what they did is they gave Robin Williams like a prop table and were just like, say some funny lines with these props. And apparently most of it was just not appropriate for children. But yeah, so he's gonna tell us about the genie of the lamp, and then we see it's gonna cut to Jafar with this thief, and they're got the scarab, and they're gonna find the Cave of Wonders. Gazim, that's right. And see, I told you, Angela's gonna tell me everything. He's gonna sit here and yeah. Okay, so this man Gazim. They find the Cave of Wonders, and he says, only a diamond in the rough can enter. He sends Gazim in, and Gazim fucking dies. He gets eaten by the Cave of Wonders. Look at this. I'm so ticked off I'm molting. Sorry, Iago's great. So there's Iago and Jafar, and they gotta find this diamond in the rough. And then it cuts to Aladdin. I wonder who our diamond in the rough could be. Not our main character. He's getting chased because he stole a loaf of bread. And then our song, One Jump Ahead. Great song. I wish I could just play all the songs on here, but I, don't want to get copyright strikes. One day we're just going to do a karaoke. I'm just going to do karaoke of all these songs. And not save the VOD. That VOD will just disappear. And that's probably what I'll do one day. Do Disney karaoke. Being chased around, singing the song. He finds two little kids digging in the trash who are looking for food, and he gives them the bread. And he makes Abu give them the bread. And then, the two little kids, the little boy runs off in front of this new prince coming in, and Aladdin yells at him. He gets snarky with him because the prince tries to whip these children with a whip. He doesn't make Abu do anything. Abu does himself, but he gives Abu a look. He doesn't make Abu do anything, but he's like. Also, by the way, our snack today is Nerds gummy clusters. They're really good, guys. I'm kind of obsessed with them. It's just like Nerd Rope bites. It's got the Nerd Rope stuff in the middle, and it's covered in nerds. It's really good. Then Aladdin goes home, sings some more. He's like, things are gonna change. Sponsored by Nerds. I wish. I wish we were sponsored by Nerds. Then Raja bites the prince's ass, and Jasmine is like, oh, he didn't do anything wrong, he was just playing. She tells her dad she hates being forced into this life, into like marriage and all this. And she talks about not wanting to be a princess, and she sets the doves free, and it's all, you know, meaningful and stuff. It's so special. Like, I mean, come on, it's a little on the nose, guys. She sets the doves free because she wants to be free. I mean, it's a little on the nose. Ah, yes. And then we have my favorite scene. Ah, Jafar, my most trusted advisor. I just love that pan up this evil man. My most trusted advisor. Hi everybody. I am restarting my recording. If you are watching this on YouTube, my stuff stopped. We are talking about Aladdin. Let's see if this will work. My whole thing is just being a mess. Okay. So we were talking about Aladdin when Streamlabs decided to just kill itself. So, anyway. We went through the first couple scenes of Aladdin. Yeah, we're just going to kind of pick up where we left off. Because, yeah, this sucks. Anyway. So, we learned Jafar is the advisor to the Sultan. And, he takes the Sultan's ring, saying that it's to, find a solution to this problem with Jasmine not wanting to get married. And, Jasmine, we then see Jasmine, she's sneaking out of the castle, and then we cut back to Aladdin, and they're stealing breakfast. And they see Jasmine in the marketplace. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just double checking that this is still running now. She gives away an apple to a child. Hello, how's it going? I cannot stay long, but I wanted to at least say hi, Igloo. It's going alright. DM me if you want details, but stuff's kind of shitty right now. But I'm trying to be positive, and so I'm streaming. I'm trying to act normal. So, we're going to talk about Aladdin and pretend everything is fine. She gives an apple to a little kid, and this guy says she's stealing, and they threaten to cut off her hand, and then Aladdin jumps in and he's like, my sister is crazy. Don't worry about it. And then they get caught stealing, and then it cuts back to Jafar, and he's using the ring that he just took from the Sultan to figure out who the diamond in the rough is. Yeah, I'll send you a message in a little bit here. I love your ears. Say thank you. They came with... I'd give you a hug if I could. Oh, thank you. Hugs all around. These ears came with a Disney Loungefly bag that my aunt got me. That's also white and rainbow. So I like them. They're fun. So then we learn Aladdin's the diamond in the rough, because we couldn't see that one coming. Then he's hanging out with Jasmine. And then he's like, look, we have a great view of the palace. She's like, yeah. And then they're talking about how everything sucks and they both just want to be free, and they almost kiss. They just met like 6 hours ago. And then the guards find the two of them, and they're like, they're arresting Aladdin. And she's like, don't arrest him, I'm the princess. And they're like, well, sorry, Jafar told us to arrest him. So then he tells Jasmine that, because you never kiss someone you just met, Tara. Listen. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This is slander. I lost my train of thought. She's like, what'd you do to him? He didn't do anything wrong. I wasn't kidnapped. And he's like, but we killed him because we thought he kidnapped you. No, it's a libel because I wrote it. Thank you for continuing the joke. And he's like, I'm sorry, princess. And then we find out that Aladdin's just locked up. And then this creepy old man is like, I can take you to the Cave of Wonders. It'll make you rich. So you can have your princess. And then he goes in and gets the lamp. Of course, touch nothing but the lamp. Except the carpet is okay. I still don't quite understand that one. Angela, you have to tell me why carpet is okay. Is it because it's alive? Why can they touch carpet but nothing else? Carpet is an object? He's an object. He's a carpet. It's a person? Okay. But yeah, they go find the lamp. Abu touches a gem and makes everything melty. You're an object too then. Yeah, I am. Carpet touches them first. Fair enough. Then Abu touches something and everything melts and turns to lava. And they ride Carpet out of there, and then he hands the old man the lamp, and then the old man kicks him into the cave. Then there's a CGI scene. There's a CGI scene when they're flying. And surprise, surprise, we find out the old man was Jafar the whole time. And he doesn't have the lamp, Abu had grabbed it. Now we get to the Sultan talking to Jasmine. We knew that. We knew what? That it was Jafar the whole time? Yeah, I know. That's why I said surprise, surprise like that. Oh yeah, Iago did talk earlier. I forgot about that. And then he's all mad, but Abu's like, I got the lamp. And then they rub the lamp, and it's our boy. It's our man. Here we go. 10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck. Where was Abu hiding that? That's the question, isn't it? Look, everyone, just go watch Aladdin. Because the genie scenes are great. He pulls the lamp out of his ass. I mean, yeah. But this genie also ruined every Disney movie afterwards, because now every Disney movie has to have some fun talking companion voiced by a comedian. And it's not good. It's not good, guys. Okay? But we're going to pretend that this exists in a vacuum. And we're going to talk about how great this movie is because of Robin Williams. And once we're done talking about that, I'll talk about how this movie ruined everything. Alright, I'll send you a message in a bit here despite me sucking at reaching out. Just know I love you. Glad you're my friend. Always going to be here for you no matter what. Thank you, Igloo. I feel the same. I will definitely text you and as soon as the stream is over and fill you in. Because it's been a week already. Even though it's only Monday. You have no idea. It has been a week. By the way, I'm wearing my Aladdin nightgown that I got. But yeah, I mean, I can't even describe this scene. I mean, it's just Robin Williams as the genie and Aladdin just having the most crazy time, and then he sings Friend Like Me. And it's the best. Alibaba had them 40 thieves. Sorry, yeah, the song is great. Anyway, I'm gonna fast forward through the song because it's also not on Spotify, guys. It sucks. Well, and then this is where Aladdin plays the genie instead of Genie playing Aladdin. He's like, oh, I got all these rules. And Aladdin's like, this is Robin Williams. Will. Oh, yeah. Sorry, it took me a second to realize what you were talking about my comment earlier. Yeah, because of Robin Williams' will and stuff. Well, but I'm pretty sure it was on Spotify for a time period after he passed away, and then it just disappeared. But maybe his will hadn't been read yet, or it hadn't all been processed yet. But yeah, after Robin Williams passed away, his songs in Aladdin were removed from Spotify and stuff, so no friend like me or Prince Ali. Or yeah, because Disney didn't care, and then people made a fuss. Yeah, I mean, so. But yeah, we're gonna go back to over here. This is where Aladdin tricks Genie. Genie's like, oh, I have these rules. I can't bring people back to life. I can't make people fall in love. And Aladdin is like, oh, you got these rules, huh? Well, he probably can't even get us out of this cave. Let's go. You have limits to your power. And then Genie gets mad. And he's like, did you rub my lamp? And he gets them out of there. And then, yeah. One thing to be noted here is when Genie says his rules, he says he can't make anyone, he can't kill anybody, he can't make anyone fall in love. Hold on, I have to rewind, because what's the other one? He can't kill people, and no wishing for more wishes. Those are the 4 rules, right? But here's the thing, is when he says, I can't bring anyone back to life, he doesn't say he can't do it. He says, it's not pretty, I don't like doing it, which means he can bring people back to life. They're probably just, like, grotesque and still, like, corpses. And then we cut back to Sultan, Jasmine, and Jafar, and they're talking about, he's like, talk about executing prisoners before you do it, Jafar. And he's like, I apologize. And then she's like, Jasmine's like, when I'm queen, I'm gonna get rid of you. And no wishing for more wishes, and I can't kill anyone, so don't ask. No making anybody fall in love with anybody else. I can't bring anyone back from the dead. It's not a pretty picture. I don't like doing it. Here's why I asked Angelo to be on stream. I would have asked him to be here physically, but I kind of decided to stream last minute, and I didn't think he felt like driving over to my house. So here we are. But yes, it's not a pretty picture. I don't like doing it, which means he can do it. He just doesn't like to. The other ones, it seems like he can't. Like, they're physically not in his power. And then Iago gives Jafar this crazy plan. He says, you marry the princess. And then we become Sultan, and then you kill them. To be fair, it seems like he can't make them alive, only undead. Yeah, it's kind of implied that, like, he can't bring them all the way back. Like, they're not 100% back. Like, it's like, I can put the soul back in the body, but, like, the body is still... Alrighty, and then we cut back to Genie and Aladdin. And Aladdin's like, what about my 3 wishes? And Genie's like, oh, what you mean, buddy? You just used one. He's like, I didn't say I wish for anything. You got us out of there on your own. And he's like, damn, you played me. And he's like, no more freebies. And then Aladdin's like, well, what would you wish for? And he's like, well, I'd wish to be free. And, you know, all this, of course, comes back. You have to keep all this in mind. Phenomenal cosmic power. Itty bitty living space. And yeah. He talks about how he wants his master to wish him free, and then Aladdin's like, okay, I'll make my first 2 wishes, then I'll wish you free. He's like, okay. And then he talking about Jasmine, and he's like, oh, make me a prince. And then we have the whole... I mean, like I said, some of these scenes y'all just have to watch. Like, Robin Williams is fantastic, and the animators animating Genie is fantastic. Alrighty. And then Jafar comes in with some paper, and he's like, I found the solution to your daughter. If she cannot decide a suitor, then the princess, then the Sultan has to pick one. And it's like, and if she is not wed in time, then she must be wed to the royal vizier, which is Jafar. He's like, then he hypnotizes him, and he's like, you'll make the princess marry me. And you know what breaks him out of the hypnosis? He's like, but you're so old. And it's fucking hilarious to me. And then he, like, puts him under hypnosis again. Or he tries to, and then Prince Ali plays. Great song. Also not on Spotify. Also, I don't like Genie with human skin tone. they're all talking about what they think is best for Jasmine, and she overhears, and she's like, screw you guys. Don't talk about me like I'm a prize to be won. Sorry, I'm just checking my phone. The suitor cannot be found, and the princess will be married to, oh, the Grand Vizier. Why, that's me. Yes, Angela, we get it. You know every word to this movie. Okay, y'all know how I'm obsessed with Tangled, and I could quote Tangled, and Tangled's my movie. This is Angela's movie. And of course, by extension, because it's his movie, I know way too much about it. I can quote Tangled too. Exactly. I can quote parts of Aladdin. You can quote Tangled. It's because we're siblings. We can quote each other's movies. I've watched as much as you have. I watched it last night. I don't think you watched it last night. But yeah, then she's like, I'm not a prize to be won. So then Genie is like, you need to tell her the truth. I used to watch Tangled every night, multiple times a night. I still do that. Well, not every night, but I still watch it a lot. This is one of my little qualms, and I'll talk more about this later, but Genie jumps on the, like, tell her the truth train, like, super quick. Like, Genie's like, yeah, I'll make you a prince, we'll make this girl we'll make you get this girl. And then, like, in movie time, only a couple hours have passed, and he's like, you need to tell her the truth, you need to tell her you're not a prince. And I'm like, it kind of, like, I like that about Genie's character, that he doesn't want Aladdin to be tricking this girl, but, like, it kind of comes out of nowhere. Like, he doesn't question this when Aladdin is like, make me a prince. He doesn't say, are you sure this is a good idea? Maybe you should try and make her fall in love with you for who you are. He's just like, yeah, let's make you a prince. And then later he's like, you gotta tell her the truth. I know he can't question it, but, like, I'm talking about before Aladdin wishes for it. He's like, is it possible for you to make me? He kind of says, like, he doesn't wish immediately. He's like, can you make me a prince? And he's like, well, yeah, I can do that. And he's like, okay, I wish to be a prince. But in between that time frame before he actually... No, he says, okay, let's see. Let me see what Angela's got to say, because maybe I'm missing this. Yeah, but then doesn't he say later, I wish for you to make me... Doesn't he say after that, I wish you to make me a prince? Maybe I'm crazy. Yes, but Genie didn't say what you said. I thought he did. And Aladdin flies up to her balcony. Rajah threatens her, and then she's like, do I know you? Were you the boy in the marketplace? And he's like, no, I'm a prince. What are you talking about? Genie's trying to help him, and she's like, well, you just want me for my money. And he's like, no. And then he jumps off the balcony, because she says, jump off the balcony. He's like, okay. And then he lands on carpet. And then they go riding around the carpet, and it's a whole new world. And then she tricks him into revealing that he is Aladdin, but he still lies. He says, sometimes I dress like a commoner to get out of the palace life, and I'm not actually Aladdin. And then he takes her home, and then they kiss, and she uses tongue. Y'all can tell in the animation, bro. And then he gets kidnapped, and they attempt to kill him. And then Genie saves him, but he tells him it can't be a freebie. That was a wish. And then Jafar is like, Prince Ali is gone. And he's like, no, I'm not. I'm right here, bitch. Then he breaks Jafar's staff. Then Jafar's like, ha 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 ha, that's Aladdin. He has the lamp. We're gonna steal the lamp. And And then Aladdin is like, they want to make me Sultan. And he's like, no, they want to make Prince Ali Sultan. And all this stuff. And Aladdin's like, I can't free you because I need your help, Genie. And Genie gets all pissed. And then Iago steals the lamp. And then here we go. This is the climax of the movie. Jafar uses his wish. And he wishes to be Sultan. And he moves the castle up on top of this, like, mountain for no reason. Which, by the way, Angelo, how does that not count as a wish? Because he wishes to be Sultan, and then he wishes to be the greatest sorcerer, and then he wishes to be a genie. That was all 3 wishes. So where does Genie moving the castle come into play? That was just, he just did that? As Sultan, he can move the castle, I guess? Okay, I was just wondering. But yeah, he's like, you're gonna bow to me. And they're like, no, we won't. And he's like, okay, then you'll bow before a sorcerer. And he wishes to become the greatest sorcerer. And then he sings a Prince Ali reprise. And then he sends Aladdin to, like, a frozen tundra. And they fly away with carpet. And then he says, I wish for you to make Jasmine fall in love with me. And she sees Aladdin has shown back up, so she pretends that it works, even though, you know, Genie can't actually do that. And she kisses Jafar to distract him, and then they still see Aladdin anyway, so, you know, that kind of sucks. You kissed him for no reason. Ugh. And then he turns himself into a snake, and he does all this stuff, and then Aladdin comes with his trickery again. And he's like, you thought you could defeat the most powerful being on Earth, but you're not the most powerful. Genie's stronger than you. And so then he's like, well, I wish to be a genie. And then, of course, he's a genie. So, phenomenal cosmic power. Live in space. And then everything goes back to normal. And then Aladdin tells the truth. And then she's like, oh, it's just that law. It's so unfair. And then he wishes Genie free. And it's so touching. And then the Sultan is like, well, you know what? Screw that stupid law. I'm the Sultan. You can marry whoever you want. And she's like, I'm going to marry Aladdin. And then Genie's like, I'm out of here. And then, yeah. And then I'm going to tell y'all the scene that I made up. So, at the end of the movie, like, Aladdin, or Genie just fucks off. But I thought at the end of the movie, for the longest time, that it cuts back to the, like, peddler that we see at the beginning, and then he turns into Genie, and he's like, and that's the story of Aladdin, or something like that, or, like, that's the end. But he doesn't, like, that never happens. It's this scene I just, like, made up in my head. But, like, the peddler is obviously supposed to be Genie, because he's voiced by Robin Williams, and he's telling the story of Aladdin, and he has the lamp. But, like, it's never, there's no scene about that. Like, I just made that up. Okay. Now we have to talk about how this movie ruined every movie that came after it. Because now every movie has to have a fun, silly sidekick. But, yeah, we're really going to see that in Hunchback, which is not the next movie. We have 2 more movies and then Hunchback. Yeah. After this, you know, we have the gargoyles in Hunchback, and then we have Phil in Hercules. We have Mushu in Mulan. What are some of the others? Like, yeah. We just have these really funny characters who are this fun sidekick voiced by a comedian. So, what is it? Isn't there one of the gorillas in Tarzan that is like that? I don't remember. I haven't seen Tarzan. I haven't watched Tarzan yet. I'm not Hunchback, so I'm like 3 movies ahead of what we're talking about. I watched Hunchback last night. So, yeah, Genie kind of ruined Disney. And it kind of sucks. And after a while, we finally got away from it. But yeah, for a while, it was like, well, we have to have a fun sidekick voiced by a comedian. It's like, no, you don't. No, Genie was special. So, speaking of, like, the princess stuff and, like, marrying a man you just met, now, everyone needs to realize they didn't get married in the end. They actually don't get married till the third movie. But we're not talking about sequels. So, like, they don't get married at the end. We don't see them get married at the end. We just see them kiss and fly off on carpet. So, like, it really is just Ariel, y'all. Y'all. This is just Ariel, my girl. Ariel and honestly Tiana. Like, we'll talk about Tiana when we get there, but she knew that man for like 3 days when they got married. I love Tiana, okay? But oh, goodness, I have. Sorry, I had some text messages. Okay, let's rank this damn movie. Okay, so I can't give it anything lower than A tier because I think Angela would kill me, right? If I give it anything lower than A tier. Oh, let me share my screen so you guys can actually see what I'm looking at. Okay, there we go. Put it where you want. I mean, no, it's definitely A tier. It's definitely up here. It's not S tier. S tier has got, there's gonna be only like 2 movies in S tier, and y'all can guess them. Put it where you want, I just think. Okay. Let's see. It's definitely A tier. I think it's probably at the top right now. Honestly. It's really good. It's probably at the top of our list right now. Just wait till we get to Encanto and Tangled. Honestly though, I love Aladdin's movie is actually the best version because it cut out part of Your Boy and High Adventure. Angela's got a lot of opinions on stuff. Angela, what is the best version of Aladdin? Is it the live action movie? The live action remake with Will Smith? The Broadway musical, okay. Now, specifically the Broadway one, not like the kids one. Because the kids one we saw was like a shortened version, right? Specifically the Broadway. Different stories, okay. See, I don't remember. I don't know anything. Like, I know we saw it in theaters. Like, in a theater on stage. So, yeah, I've already watched up to Hunchback, so we'll do Lion King in a couple days, and then Pocahontas, and then Hunchback and Hercules together. And then we'll do Mulan. And then I think we're going to do 3 at a time after Mulan. There's Aladdin Broadway, Aladdin Jr. is a shortened kids version of that story, and Aladdin Kids is a different version of the story. I see. So Aladdin Jr. and Aladdin Kids are 2 different ones. Got it. Not confusing at all. But no, I get you. Let me double check. So we're doing Lion King on its own because it's kind of awkwardly here between, because we've been doing all the princess movies on their own. Kind of awkwardly here between 2 princess movies, and I feel like it deserves to have its own stream because it's so iconic. So we're gonna do Lion King on its own, and then we'll do Pocahontas, and then we'll do Hunchback and Hercules, and then Mulan. And I think we're doing 3 at a time from there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So then we'll do 3 at a time up to Princess and the Frog, and then Tangled, and then 2, 2, 1. No, we're gonna do. I don't really want to do Frozen 2 as its own stream. We'll probably do Ralph Breaks the Internet and Frozen 2 together because they're sequels, and we're gonna talk about them because they're a big deal. There's very few sequels that are like actually part of the Walt Disney animated canon, and the ones that are haven't been very good in the past. And I don't really feel like these ones are that great either. Let's give it a, yeah, 9 out of 10, A tier. Alrighty, here we go. Frozen 2 is actually good. I wish I had paid more attention to it, honestly. Who else can't wait for live action Aladdin 2? No. No. Let's see. So yeah. I hate that these aren't in order on here. Like, these aren't in order like they're supposed to be. So that's why I've been looking at this, because these are in order. Yeah, we'll do Winnie the Pooh and Ralph together, then Frozen, Big Hero 6 Zootopia together, then Moana, and then these two sequels together, then Raya, and then Encanto, each on their own. Even though neither of them are technically princesses, yet, I'm gonna give them each their own stream, especially Encanto, because it's newest. But Moana, so Moana is a Disney princess. She did not have a coronation like the other princesses. She was just kind of added to the lineup without anyone, like, being told. She did just one day, like, and it was like 2 years after her movie came out. She was just, like, thrown in the Disney princess lineup. Raya has not yet been added, and I don't know if she will be. I know Mirabelle won't. Raya, I'm not sure. She kind of is, like, a princess. I mean, if Pocahontas and Moana are Disney princesses, like Raya is too, she's the daughter of a chief. She's the female lead. I just don't know how well her movie did for them to want to put her as a princess. So, I don't know. Yeah, but she sucks. Yeah, that movie wasn't very good. Kind of lame. It honestly, like, somebody compared it to Avatar The Last Airbender, and then somebody else got mad because they compared it to Avatar The Last Airbender, but it kind of feels like Avatar The Last Airbender. The movie was fine. We'll talk about it more, like, when we get there. But yeah, I mean, we're in a good chunk of movies right now. Lion King is probably not going to be as high up. It's a fine movie, but it's not my favorite. Pocahontas is not going to get a very good score, I can tell you guys that. Then we get some good movies after that. Simba is a Disney princess. And then, yeah, and then we're going to get to all the weird shit soon. Tara, what do you mean the weird shit? I'm talking about Fantasia 2000, Dinosaur, Emperor's New Groove, Atlantis, Lilo and Stitch. We get to the weird shit. Pocahontas is good, but, like, has some issues. Angela, I just watched that movie. It has a lot of issues. It's not very good. It doesn't have a very compelling villain. The music's not very good. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. But we'll get to that. Don't worry. We're gonna have a whole stream about that. I think Evil White Man is the perfect villain. Very realistic. But he's not realistic enough. He's almost played, like, that's the thing. Like, and I'll talk more about this. Gavin and I were talking about it. He's played to a cartoonish... He's not quite to a cartoonish enough level, but he's cartoonish enough that he doesn't feel serious for this movie. But then he's not... Like, he's not serious enough, but also not cartoony enough to feel like they wanted him to be kind of serious because they're like, well, this is kind of a real life story. But they didn't want him to be too realistic because this is still a kid's movie. And so he's just kind of like, he feels really dumb and kind of cartoony, and he's just like, I love gold and all the gold's gonna be mine. And, like, that's it. And it's like, it doesn't feel right. Like, if he was, like, actually, like, Evil White Man, it'd be different. Yeah. I just can't wait to get into all this weird shit. I wish Pocahontas 2 was more realistic. She goes to England and then immediately dies from the flu. Yeah, I wanna get to all the weird shit. That's what I'm excited for. I know most of these are, like, why does it keep clicking on fucking Lilo and Stitch. I'm just trying to click these little arrows. Okay. Bolt is going to be very low, I can tell you guys that. But yeah, I'm excited to get to some of this stuff. We're going to get through it. I'm going to get back to streaming. They just keep... So I literally... Oh god, Bolt, I know. Angela, I used to think that was a DCOM. It's not. It had a theatrical release. So my schedule this week, the thing is I don't have any nights off. I'm working all night shifts. The days that I'm not working a night shift, I'm working like a mid shift, and at the earliest I'll get off at like 7 or 8, but I'll just be too tired to stream, so yeah. I'm gonna try to get back to streaming Kingdom Hearts, but yeah, my schedule's kind of fucked right now. They're like, my manager was like, didn't you see I've been giving you a bunch of good shifts? And I was like, yeah, I don't have any nights off. So, anyway, this has been a fairly short stream, but I don't really know what else to say about Aladdin specifically. Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's a good movie. I don't have any, like, super big qualms about it, besides that it literally ruined every Disney movie that came after it. Because everyone was like, we need a silly sidekick. Funny funny comedian. It just, yeah. I wonder if anything's gonna get a lower score than Bambi. Because Iago and Genie were too perfect. I know. But specifically Genie. Like, Iago was great. I like Iago a lot. But it was how good Genie did. How good Robin Williams did. But, yeah. This is our current ranking. So, yeah. Some of these movies are just kind of fine. Speaking of fine, I watched Thor today. That was fine. It wasn't great. It was fine. All the music, all the licensed music in that movie is from Guns N' Roses, though. It's really funny. Oh, so it's good. It's fine. It just made me want to call my dad. Like, that's what the movie made me. It was like, I want to go listen to some Guns N' Roses and call my dad. Made me call my dad a bitch. I mean, yeah, my dad is a bitch, but I'm not gonna call him one. Okay. Well, Angela, this is basically just you and me talking about Aladdin. But that's always fun. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna get off here. I should play some Kingdom Hearts, but I don't feel like going to get the game. It's in the other room. As is my controller. And my cord. And everything I need to play the game. So, I will play Kingdom Hearts again on stream soon. And yeah, you guys yell at me to do Disney streams because I've watched all these movies already. So, yeah. Let's see if there's anyone to raid. Because I'm bored. Well, I got 2 viewers. No point in raiding, but who's live? No one fun. Alrighty. Yeah. Next time we'll do Lion King. And I gotta talk about how I don't love The Lion King. I mean, it's fine. It's a good movie. Like, I don't know. It's just not, like, on my top 10. It's not gonna make it very high, to be honest. It's gonna be like B tier. C tier, maybe. No, it's gonna be B tier. It's pretty good. But it's like, I don't know. I don't love it. And then, oh my god, guys, once we get to Hunchback, that movie, I forgot how that movie has a really bad tone problem. Like, it goes from, like, funny to, like, really serious, and then back to funny, like, in 10 seconds flat. And it's really awkward. Like, in the high, like, in, like, a really dark part of the movie, like, all this stuff is happening, the gargoyles have a song. In, like, the darkest part of the movie, it's like, what the fuck is happening? So I can't wait to talk about that one. But, anyway. I will see you guys later. I'm gonna go take a nap, and hopefully I'll feel better. Well, I should probably go make dinner. 7 o'clock, isn't it? I'm not hungry. I'll see if Gab's hungry. Anyway, I will see y'all later. As always, I love you guys, and I love you guys, and I'll see you later, and probably see you guys Sunday or Monday. Maybe both, we'll see. Bye! Bye, beach! Bye! Love y'all, bye!